What's going on, guys? This is Emin from JERMUK, and I'm here to talk about chord progressions, mostly the Kashmir effect, the use of the harmonic minor during the F sharp minor scale. So this is a chord progression, and then we'll just get into the main part of it. So the main part of focus is this chord right here. Everything else is just pretty much straight normal chords. Just maybe they might be inverted or whatever. But the main part is right here. And then before I talk about that, we'll talk about just regular how so we're using the F sharp minor scale. And this is the normal F sharp minor scale. So F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp. That's the normal F sharp minor scale. But then the Kashmir effect, he uses the F sharp harmonic minor, which all it is that this E note is up one semitone to an F. So you do, instead of it being this, you just move it up here. Now you don't have to keep it like this the whole song. You can just only use it for that one chord whenever you want. So usually you would keep it here with using these notes, and then when you want that harmonic kind of Kashmiri effect, you would use this F instead of the E when you use the C sharp minor, the 5 chord, which would be a C sharp minor chord in the F sharp minor scale, but then you would change it to a C sharp major chord, which makes it sound good for the harmonic scale. So normally this is the harmonic one. You don't want to see Justice League. Yeah, why not? It's gonna be a shitty movie. All right, anyway. F sharp to F to F sharp, and then E to F sharp. So this is the normal, this is the harmonic minor, and then this is the normal if you were to just use the E note. So let's see how I'll show you how it sounds. Actually, let me put them a little farther apart. So the first one is harmonic minor, which is the Kashmir effect. This one is just normal straight minor scale. So subtle difference, but it makes a like huge difference in the context of a song. When I'll show you in the chord progression, it really catches your attention, really makes it sound good, and makes you want to listen. And also at the same time, when you hear this note, your ear automatically wants this. It wants this chord and only this chord. That's what makes it so powerful, because this is the regular F sharp minor chord, and it's your home chord if you're using the F sharp minor scale. And this chord right here beautifully leads into it. Not as good over here. So, and the reason for that is because if you look, this is one semitone away, this is one semitone away. So your ear hears this first one, right? But it wants this to happen. So you do this, but your ear kind of wants this right after. And that's where this chord, that's what this chord is, right? It's just one, those two notes are just one semitone up. One semitone up. That's what makes it sound good. Instead of this one where this is one semitone, but this one right here is 2 semitones. So you can't just go up one semitone and get this chord. So it's farther apart, doesn't sound as good, doesn't have the same pull. This one really, your ear really wants to hear this right here. And if I were to just change this, let's say if I wanted this, it wouldn't even sound as good. It doesn't, for some reason. And so this one is the 6th chord. It's a D sharp major chord. And this doesn't sound as good as the home chord either. So you want the home chord. Even though this one is all one semitone away, it's not the home chord. So your ear doesn't want that one. It wants this. And I'll show you the difference. So we'll do that here. So I'll put this one here, and then this one will be the normal F sharp, the 1 chord, and this is the 6th chord. So this is 5 to the 6, and this is 5 to the 1. You hear that difference? This one kind of sounds almost off key. Sounds really weird. It's because you have too many notes that are one semitone apart. And it's also not the home chord. That's the main reason. It's just not the home chord. If you were to use a different scale, doesn't matter what scale you use. You can use the what's it called? E. You can use a wait, no, what is this? This is C. So this is a C chord. If I were to use, this is, what is this? D, E flat. Doesn't really matter doesn't matter at all what chord you use. So like this one right here is B, right? So if I were to do this, oh, this is the one I'm looking at. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong place. So this is a E minor chord. These chords right here, right? So if you use a harmonic minor, this is the normal one. This is harmonic minor. So if you were to take it to the home, it sounds good going to the home. Doesn't matter what chord you use, just know your one chords, right? So this would be a one chord, E, G, B. We just inverted the B. You can invert these however you want. It's almost always going to sound good. As long as the notes are close to each other, it'll almost always sound good. Especially if these two are one note apart. That's your main attraction. You want to keep these two one note apart. So it doesn't matter what scale you're in. Just use the harmonic minor instead of the regular one. So this would be the regular, because the E minor chord is E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, and then E again, right? That's the regular E minor chord. And then the E harmonic is you just take this D and take it to the D sharp. So it's the last note before it repeats. You just take it up one semitone. And then so the one chord is this, and then this is the 5 chord. So no matter what scale you use, makes no difference. So let's just listen to this one more time, and then I'll loop this part, and then we'll hear the difference when it does the harmonic minor versus the regular minor. So as you saw, the best combination was this right here, the harmonic minor into the 1 chord. I changed it to this, which is a regular minor, into the 1 chord. Didn't sound as good. And then I put this back and I moved this up, so it was a 6 chord, and it didn't sound as good. So that's like the KSHMR effect. That's what he does. It goes from the harmonic minor into the 1 chord, a 5 to the 1, and it always happens near the end. You could do it in like the middle sections or whatever, but usually it sounds the best at right before you finish the chord progression. So like it's like the end of it. It kind of gives you that resolve, because again, your ear wants this. So this is like your ear doesn't want it to end here, and then you shift these up their semitone wherever they need to go, and then it fixes itself and it sounds really good to end there. As you can see, I use the E note. Where is it? Like right here. So this is a regular E right here. I didn't take it up to an F. I just used the E there. Just the regular. So the whole song, for the most part right here, it'll use the whole chord progression. I mean, we'll use the regular E. The only time the harmonic is used is right before I finish the chord progression. So I mean, you can even do this. So if I were to like loop this, right, you cannot bring this chord in. So I could kind of do something like this. I have no idea how this is gonna sound, but whatever. So we're just gonna loop the chord progression, make it into an 8-bar. What I did was I kind of changed the notes around right here. So just so that it doesn't sound like it's ending, it kind of sounds like it's gonna loop in. So it just uses the regular C sharp minor chord, which is C sharp, G sharp, and E. And then at the end, when the chord progression is gonna end, we make use of the harmonic minor. And the reason I did that is to show that it sounds best at the end, and then over here you can kind of just do the regular whatever you're doing, and then this last part you make use of the harmonic minor, which is usually how KSHMR does it. So here's the whole 8 bars chord progression. Okay, so obviously this part doesn't sound that great. Can obviously mess with it a little bit, make it sound better, but I'm not gonna waste time like that. Just know that the point was that we kept the regular E, C sharp minor chord, and then over here we changed the note to the F, so that's the C sharp major chord, and it goes into the 1 chord like that. So that's the Kashmir effect right here. It's an effect that's used a lot, especially in like pop music. But people get used to it with the Kashmir effect because he kind of, I guess, made it big in big room or progressive house, whatever. So there you go. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. Any other tutorials you guys want to see, leave them in the comments, and we'll try to make as many as possible. Thank you. See you guys next time.